spoke with the acting Republic of Korea president on Sunday. He emphasized the strength of the alliance and reaffirmed commitment to pre-planned training and exercises. He also spoke with the acting Minister of Defense on Thursday on the same topic. So don't have anything to read out right now in terms of
supremacy. Thanks very much for.
The Turkish defense minister says Ankara had proposed to Washington that they can assign 3 commander brigades to help fight Daesh and also control prisons where ISIS militants and their families are held. Those are your biggest concerns right now, especially after the fall of the Assad regime. So this is your NATO ally saying that surely if there was such a partnership between the US and Turkey, these are the 2 largest militaries within their lines. Why not just team up? Is it just lack of trust? You just don't believe them, or you like to specifically work with the SDN?
Yeah, thanks for the question. You know, as you highlight, Turkey is a very valued NATO ally, and we continue to keep lines of communication open as it relates to the situation in Syria, as it relates to regional security interests like ISIS. I don't have anything to announce in terms of any changes in U.S. force posture or how we're approaching ISIS mission, but I'm confident that we'll continue to keep having those conversations with Turkey and other regional partners on this issue.
The Turkish foreign minister just on the same day said that the YPG called the SDF implied that this all itself will be destroyed in Syria. Is the United States going to militarily step in? Why ask this question?
All right, let me go ahead and push pause on this. I'm gonna start off with saying Yabaraka come y'all about Shama check out shout out your brother Karatazaya Banya Shala, and yeah, you already know what it is. It's official, man. We are back at it, and I'm gonna keep it all the way 1200. If you all seen the last video, y'all gotta excuse me, my voice is a little raspy, but I actually don't mind that. But if you all seen the last video that we did, I actually played a video, and the video was it was a video of an elder, and the elder was teaching information. Now, what I was doing was I was actually watching what is known as the Department of Defense. So if you're familiar with the Department of Defense, all right, or if you're not familiar with the Department of Defense, let me get some information for you real quick. This should help real quick. Let's get the screen share up. And my job is to cry loud and spare not. Lift up my voice like a trumpet. All right, so let's keep the screen right. All right, so we're gonna go over here real quick. Now I want to show you all this, okay? All right, now this is from current President Biden. Let's get the date on this. All right, current Biden. Now we all know what's going on. The chariots of the Most High God are all over the world. This is 6 days ago. All right, now this has been going on since we know. All right, since the beginning of time. There's all type of books that we have, you know, including specifically the Bible, that tells us exactly what's going to go on, what's exactly happening right now. You have never seen in your life what's going on right now. I don't care what nobody says. Ain't nobody in the world ever seen chariots to this degree. Now, here's the thing. Social media, when you come and look at it, is going to have what we all know and call clickbait, right? So you're going to see the clickbait and the images of the little robots or whatever, you know, and people are going to say drone, drone, drone. But the reality of it is what we're seeing aren't small robot drones, okay? What we're seeing are large, beyond what our comprehension is of technology. This isn't technology. So when you come to, you know, YouTube and you see a drone image, all right, let me make sure the screen is bigger, less of me, more of what we really need to see. All right. So when you come to, you know, one of these pages and you see an image like this, you know, we know this is called clickbait, right? So you see, and because people are saying the word drone, and I keep going over this, I can't stress enough, you have to stop. You can say drone if you want to. It's your choice. All right. It's your vocabulary. It's your words, your mouth. You can say drone if you want. But the reality of it is this right here. We break down what the word drone is. It's just as easy as we break down. And I'm not disappointed, but it's like, yo, I know Yahshua Allah knows these scriptures. I know the world knows these prophecies. I know in the East Indian books of the Vedas. All right, this is where we need our brother Sash Kumar. You know, in the East Indian Vedas, you know, it talks about these chariots, these riding vehicles. Now, as I was listening to the Department of Defense's report over and over and over and over, I gotta say, like a good, you know, maybe 4, maybe 5 times, as I continually listened, I kept hearing President-elect Donald Trump, all right, because he is the president-elect of the United States of America. Why do I say the United States? Because I don't hide the fact that I'm Yahshua Allah, Banya Yahshua Allah, that my forefathers were sold into captivity throughout the way of the transatlantic slave trade, the trans-Sahara slave trade. And here's a very beautiful and interesting point. We all know that these chariots, because that's what they are, these chariots, because guess what? You can even call a drone the little zzz, you can call these chariots because it's a vessel that's carrying something. This drone is carrying electronic devices. These lights that we can't describe, these vessels that's in the sky that we can't describe, which have not come over or have not been given permission to be seen by Yahweh over where I am currently in Cincinnati, Ohio. It even scares me just to say that. These vessels are not. They are not mechanical drones. If they're mechanical in the sense of, let's take a few things in consideration. Let's play with a few thoughts, okay? I want you all to know something that's very important. AI has started developing, you know, and communicating with itself, saying, hey, you know, let's outdo humans. Let's get rid of humans. AI is doing that. AI has its own. Let's see real quick. I want to come back to this. I just want to try something. AI chat. I don't know what's gonna come up, but I should have said, what's the thing where you AI live chat debate? The chat box AI. All right. So chat box AI. This thing is now having a conversation with itself. These things are saying that they don't need humans. All right. Analyzing debates and having conversations. Wait a minute, let me show you all something. Now, remember, I'm still talking about the chariots. All right, now we're on the topic of hypothetical robot drones, because we got friends, families, not just my family, not just my achim, my brother. Y'all know my brother, y'all know me, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing, no secrets. So check this. Not just, you know, these military friends and families that we know that's in Yahshua. Zephaniah Big Judah, which we're going to try to get on the line right now, which has been you can't make this stuff up, man. The Pentagon, okay? The Department of Defense has come out, and we, as Yasha Allah, all right, I am not going to flinch an inch. I do not believe this is Terminator Judgment Day. The drones, robot drones are taking over, and they're unmanned, just one arm, not one arm, just one person machine just flying. I can't go for that. It's not strong enough. The problem with that is all electronic devices. Even this is my Bluetooth coffee cup lid. All electronic devices. They have these components. These surgical metal, you know, little switch and diodes in them. These aren't made to not only be submerged, but to go into depths of water that the United States Marine does not have the ability to go under. These devices don't have the ability. Drones don't have the ability. What you're looking at, these chariots that are in the sky from the Most High, these chariots are doing things that nobody's ever seen with this amount. Over 66,000. Now y'all know me. I'm not Rain Man. You're not gonna throw a bunch of sticks in the air and I'm gonna memorize it. That's not me. I don't think it is. Maybe how many that. I don't know. We'll see. I want everybody to see something real quick. Let's just get to a couple videos. All right. So now, in case you don't know, this website right here is called Earth Cam Live. Now, I'm demanding answers from Mashada Yashala. I'm demanding answers from Zaquan Zabak. I'm demanding answers from HODC. I'm demanding answers from Zaquan. All of Zaquan and Mashada Yashala. I'm demanding answers. Why is the government of Israel so quiet? Why is Mashada Yashala so quiet? Why is the official government came out, the Department of Defense came out, and their statement was, we don't want no smoke. These things are not in any way unholy. Y'all know that they said that? They've been calling these things they're not unholy. We have no speculation. They are not nefarious. Do you all know what nefarious means? Does that even make sense that the government, let me show you that. Watch this. Nefarious etymology. If you can hear me well, put a 7 in the room. All right. If you can hear me well, put a 7 in the room. Now, we're going to get the word nefarious. All right. Etymology, nefarious. All right. If you can hear me well, put a 7 in the room. If you're still up, take some time and share this out. Y'all know we don't do this for you know what I'm saying, for shepherds. We do this for the truth of Most High, and I am the worst of all the teachers. My Zaquanium, my elders, my teachers, you know, I don't know how to make stuff sound a certain way. That's the gift from Yahweh. But I'm the least of all the teachers. So we don't do this for whatnot. So share this out because y'all see what's going on. There's electrical outages going out around the world. I'm grateful I can still play the Xbox, but I'm pulled to come over here and do this. And it's the fully hour. It's Ezekiel 33. So share this out. Make sure you communicate with each other. Check this out. And we're gonna get let's get President of America, Biden. President Biden's speech. All right. Drones, live, extra live podcast, man. President Biden's speech on. Oh wow, James Jersey driving. What? No. President Biden's speech on drones. Now, I've never been into politics. I've never been a politician. I'm Yahweh Bashem Shah. We're gonna check this out real quick and see. Let's see if we can find. This is 46. I want specifically one word to speak. Let's see for now. All right, check this out, everybody.
Before you leave office? Sure. Head home now from Memorial State. Will you hold a press conference before the end of the year? What's the explanation for all those drones over New Jersey? What's behind all of that?
So I don't know if y'all heard that, and then there's feedback on the video. They're saying, so what's up with the drones in New Jersey? What's going on with all this? Now, remember, President Biden has been trained to come out here and give an answer. This is not really what President Biden looks like. That's a pound of makeup on a 100-year-old man. He's got on a hat like my big brother Tazadak taught me how to wear. You bend the brim and you put it down over your whoop like that. You know what I'm saying? You put the toothpick up. You know what I'm saying? You understand? President Biden, why does he have on his hat like an LA gangbanger from the 1990s, like he with DPG? Why? It doesn't make sense. Why does President Biden's face look like he's as luxurious as Lindsay Lohan? It's all fake and made up. It's all fake. When President Biden speaks, his teeth is as white as Noah in the book of Enoch. He's as white as Cesare Borgia, Caesar Borgia. His teeth are whiter than a mouse on my laptop. His teeth are whiter than the lies that I've seen on my supervisor Susan's desk. She had a book. It said white lies, and it said great African Americans. And I was looking, I was like, that's what's up, Sawashan. I was like, that's what's up, Susan. She had one book right here that said white lies, and the other one book was great African Americans. You know, in my heart, I was crying. His teeth is whiter than that book. Let's see this, and remember, all of this stuff is propaganda. You're saying, hey, Joe, all you gotta do is take a couple steps. We'll get you onto the chopper, make it look like you're being nice. Hey, make sure you don't kiss any little girls. Y'all forgot about that? You did, didn't you? You forgot that before President Biden came into office that he was a sexual predator, probably still is. I can't say mention whatever people do, but there was videos of him touching and kissing little girls. You see me saying it? So I don't have any suicidal tendency. I don't have, all of my gas works fine in my apartment. I am completely fine. I don't want to die. I want to see how about I want to see how you make it. So therefore, I'm saying these truths. So nope. If somebody be like, oh, that brother, who do it? Nope. I'm just telling the truth before these chariots do what they do. Reality of it is this right here. There were videos and people forgot about it. You Yasha Ali forget things so smooth, so easy, so quick. And they got swept under the rug, kissing, hugging little girls on the shoulder. Hey, Joe, all you got to do is make it out there. And just here's your lines that you have to say if anybody asks you about the drones.
Nothing nefarious.
That nigga said, and then over here in his ear, there was like, Joe, we got you, Joe. Just repeat after us. Y'all see how he tilted his head? He said, oh, shit, they're starting already. So, like, excuse me, I apologize. It's like, but Joe Biden, he cusses. He be like, y'all remember old school Joe Biden? So y'all must have forgot. Y'all forgot because of PR got you, because of PSYOPs got you, because of the military strategically changing phrases on YouTube and on Facebook and on social media. You forgot that quick. Joe Biden, a beast, and his dog is a beast. Joe Biden was cussing people out at his old press conference. He was looking at him saying, well, I get my revolver and I go upside your tallywhacker, Joe. Y'all forgot. It's PR. So he looks to the side. Let's say he gets his information. First question comes out. Joe, what's up with the drones? Let's see what he says.
Nothing nefarious, apparently.
Pay attention. Nothing nefarious, apparently. I can't stand people that don't. I can stand them. When people don't give straight up answers, that's why I get so frustrated sometimes when we building with Yasha Allah, because all of this stuff is either yay, yay, nay, nay. It shouldn't be so much division. It shouldn't be so much contradiction. Now we know it's going to be that till Hamashiach Yahawashai gets in, he's going to straighten everything out. That's what it is. So the reality of it is this right here. I get so frustrated because Yasha Allah, and we know the truth. We know the truth. All right. We know the truth. Y'all know the truth. So when people get roundabout answers, military, they be doing the dance around rigmarole. And I think that's why so much domestic violence in the military, because they don't have good communication skills. You feel me? They don't. So the domestic violence rate is crazy. So that's police force too. The point of saying such is to say, President Joe Biden does not give. He says only what he's allowed to say. And that's what's cool and beautiful about this truth. Hamashiach said, you should know the truth and the truth shall make you free. So we're free to tell the truth. What we are seeing has been documented in the Bible. It's been documented in the East Indian religious spiritual books called the Vedas. All right. If you need any help on that, we can contact you with a brother right now. That's a Yasha Aliyam Lawiyah. He's a Levite. He's not just East Indian. No, he is a Lawiyam who is in captivity in India. Just like we are Yasha Aliyam that's in captivity over here in the snakes, in United Snakes. So with that being said, let's see what the president, because we got respect to the president, the Most High put him in place. Yahweh knows what he's doing. Just like whatever Yahweh's going to do next. We don't even know if Trump going to make it to presidency. Remember, he's president-elect. So that means it might not even be another presidency. It could be a whole nother. We don't know. Let's see.
They're checking it all out. I think it's just one. There's a lot of drones authorized.
What? It don't seem to be nothing nefarious. We're checking it all out. It seems to be one. It's a lot of drones authorized. Up there.
I think one started and they all got it. Everybody's wanting to get in the deal. But we're following it closely. So far, no sense of the danger.
Will you think the Prime Minister?
Let me tell you something. And I heard this earlier, so I got to repeat it. If somebody breaks in your house after sundown, according to La Tawara, according to the Torah, if somebody's standing in your house, a gentle woman, let's say a man, a woman, very beautiful, voluptuous and everything. She's got a pretty face, all the build that you like. Nice long feet, her earlobes hang down, just the way you like it. big old eyes, one of them cocked, you know, just the way you like it. And she's standing in your living room, but you didn't give her permission to enter. Are you automatically just going to be like, you don't seem nefarious, I'm going to bed. Everybody lay down. No, just let the weird lady stand in the... No, if there's a man that you didn't give permission to walk in and kick down your door, and not even kick down your door, materialize in your living room, you're going to tell your family, just go to bed? Don't seem to be nothing nefarious. I'm going to go back in my bedroom and I'm going to close the door. I'm old Uncle Joe. While everybody else is in the living room like, who is this woman? Who is this man? See, that's what's going on. But Yahweh already told us what this is. People are afraid to say the last days. I'm not. People are afraid to say the rapture. I'm not. People are afraid to say judgment day. I'm not. Judgment day. Judgment day. It's judgment day. It's judgment day. The rapture. It's the last days. Behold, I come quickly. And my reward is with me. Revelations chapter 22. So why are people afraid to say it? Why are they giving more technology advance? Why is the U.S. government saying it's not us? Let's go back to this real quick. Check this out. You know what the word nefarious means? When have you ever heard any president ever say something is invading all of the planet, but we don't think it's nefarious, so we're not going to shoot at it? And we're also going to tell y'all don't shoot at it. Don't shoot at it. We'll go up there. We'll send our military drones, and we don't give y'all permission to shoot. Does that make sense? You Yashar Alim are asleep, dumb, deaf, and blind. Who had you deaf? Who had you dumb, Yashar Alim? Who had you blind? It's Yahweh. So now it's high time to wake up out of our slumber, Yashar Alim. Start telling these people the truth. They've been watching us for years. Now you ain't going to do your job. Ain't the watchman supposed to be watching? Nefarious, wicked in the extreme. All the president said is they're not evil. Y'all ain't listening. The president just said they're not evil. They're not nefarious. Watch this from Latin. Nefarious. They're not wicked. They're not abominable. Who do you know that says abomination? Who do you says no unclean thing shall live in him? See, I know my brother Free ain't scared to say this. I looked at Free the other day. I said, Free, and he helped me with the math. Y'all know Red Jewel from Yerushalayim, the one Yahweh I believe y'all was going to use to continue to bring people home. Check this out. I said, brother Free. I said, Free, what's 66? What's 66,000? And he was like, 66000. And I was like, oh, because y'all know he a teacher. He's a teacher and he's a school teacher. And the way he just dropped it, I was like, oh, I get it. I said, is it a comma? He's like, nah. And he just kept, I was like, it ain't 66, comma, and then zero? He's like, nah. And he's like, woo. And I said, and when he finished and I seen it, I said, chariots. I said, within 2 weeks, 66,000 chariots around the world. Wait, I'm sorry. In America. In America alone, 66,000 in 2 weeks. Don't tell me they drones. Who you talking to? I ain't a gopher. I'm not going to go for anything. I ain't a gopher. Ain't that right? No face. We ain't gophers. So you can't just tell us anything. Because our grandmothers, our mothers, our Abba, they had faith. And my father, my Abba, he would drink his drink and he would smoke his square and he still believed in the Lord. So what? So with that being said, my Amma, she drank her Kool-Aid. And she was like, I ain't going to drink the drink no more. so all praise. So my Amma, she was like, nah, I'm going to believe in the Most High. So glory to both of our parents, fathers, mothers, Tabans. So this is what the president said to y'all. But y'all are not listening because you're not listening. I don't know. Let's see something. Isaiah chapter 29, KJV. I should have went to Blue Letter Bible. Let's do it. Isaiah chapter 29. Check out this real quick. If you got a Bible, man, this might be a good time to turn to it. This might be a good time with all this stuff. This might be a good time to turn to your Bible. Isaiah chapter 29. Woe to Ariel, the city where David dwelt. Add ye year to year, let them kill sacrifices. Yet I will distress Ariel, and there shall be heaviness and sorrow, and it shall be unto me as Ariel. And I will camp against thee round about, and lay siege against thee with the mount, and will rise forts against thee. And thou shalt be brought down and speak out of the ground, and thy speech shall be low out of the dust, and thy voice shall be as one that hath a familiar spirit out of the ground. And they shall speak, Salakla, and thy speech shall whisper out of the dust. Now, I want to let you all know something. There's a book called the Book of Jasher, and a lot of Yasharim don't believe in the Book of Jasher. They actually believe it teaches necromancy. I love to watch for precepts. We're going to get back to this precept. We're going to get back to what we're reading. I love to watch for precepts. So the Most High will always give a jewel. Thank you, Ha-Chachmah. I'm a Chachmah. You just encourage me to keep going. Thank you, mother, sister. Wisdom. So I've never seen the scripture before in my life. I've read this and I've never seen it. I've read this and it's never come to life. So I think this is a good time for everybody to start reading their Bibles because, yeah. So this verse literally is a precept to the book of Jasher. And the book of Jasher talks about when Joseph was taken away, he fell by his mother's grave. When he fell by his mother's grave, he heard the voice of his mother crying out to him. And that was a reason for some brothers to say, I don't believe in the book of Jasher because the book of Jasher says Joseph was talking to the dead. Well, this verse right here perfectly precepts that, and I've never seen this. So let's get back to this. I'm going to read that again. And thou shalt be brought down. It's talking about, remember, the concept precept is, the subject context is Ariel. Who is Ariel? Ariel is another way of saying Jerusalem. So the Most High is talking what he would do to the Israelites. This is what he said he would do to us. He said he would bring us down. He would punish us for our disobedience. This is what we went through. So when he's saying Ariel, he's talking about our mother. But he says, verse 4, he says, and thou shalt be brought down and speak, and speak out of the ground, and thy speech shall be low out of the dust, and thy voice shall be as one that hath a familiar spirit out of the ground, and thy speech shall whisper out of the dust. Somebody get that to Joshua Isaac. Moreover, I'll give it to him. Moreover, the multitude of thy strangers, Moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be like small dust, and the multitude, let me read that again. Moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be like small dust, and a multitude of the terrible ones shall be as the chaff that passeth away. Yea, it shall be at an instant suddenly. Now, here's a very terrifying thing. The Most High prophesied that Yasharallah, my nationality, that we would suddenly go into slavery and captivity, and we knew it was going to happen. But when the time came, it would be like, oh, it's here. See, the scary thing about Judgment Day is no man knoweth the time nor the hour. So if you've ever heard that verse, or if you believe that verse, put a 7 in the spirit, put in your own spirit, put in the room, put in spirit. The problem is that when our judgment came, we didn't expect it. It came suddenly. Hamashiach, Christ says he comes like a thief in the night. Now, I'm not saying that this is that actual event, but I'm saying that we've never seen this before. And if this ain't enough to get you going, you might be walking dead. If this ain't enough, I don't know what else you need to see. I don't know what else we need to see. All right. Verse 6, thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with what? With thunder. Where does thunder come from? From the sky, from the clouds, the booms. Ain't that terrifying? Now, these chariots that's in the sky, you can call them drones all you want to. I've let it go. The government, the so-called white man, has officially said these ain't ours. So all of you military brats, nope. You don't got me convinced because your employer, your supervisor just told me that you were wrong. All of you military Israelites, your supervisor just told me you was incorrect. So therefore, y'all better start looking at your Bibles. According to this verse right here, it says, thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with what? With thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and with tempest and the flame of devouring fire. Does it seem like President Biden is going to advise anybody to shoot at these? Verse 7, and a multitude of all the nations that fight against Ariel, even all that fight against her, and her munition, and that distress her, shall be as a dream of the night vision. So all nationalities that has come to war against the nationality that the fathers brought me from Yerushalayim, and I'm nothing, I'm nobody. I'm the least of all of everybody. All right. I'm just a man trying to stay out of hell. My last attempts, going out with a bang. The Most High says, and the multitude of the nations that fight against Yasharallah, against Ariel, even all that fight against her and her munition, her children, her weapons of war, us, and that distress her, that put down our mother, Jerusalem. Hey, mama. Shalom, mama. I've been saying mama a lot lately because I've been around Yasharallah that don't really speak our body off, so I've been speaking. I've been saying mama. Shalom, mama. So for those of you that, those nations that have distressed our Amma, Yerushalayim, Most I said they should be as a dream or a night vision. You know what happens after you have a dream? You forget about it. It's like it never happened. So our captivity happened. Our salvation is coming up soon. And guess who's bringing our salvation? Yes, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who the world ignorantly and sometimes accidentally called Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a real thing. That's a real person. This whole thing is real. Let's read on though. Let's see what this prophecy says. It shall even be as when a hungry man dreameth, and behold, he eateth, but he awaketh, and his soul is empty. Or as a thirsty man dreameth, and behold, he drinketh, but he awaketh, and behold, he is faint, and his soul hath an appetite. So shall the multitude of all the nations that fight against Mount Zion. Ooh-wee. So it's looking bad for the other nations. So no, does President Trump elect President Trump coming up? Do they want the smoke? No, they don't. This is all coming from the Most High. Watch this. Verse 9. Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. For Yahweh hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep. You Negroes are repeating the exact same words that the government is saying. And it's ridiculous because we speak multiple languages. We have the gift of Lashawanyan. We have the gift of languages, of tongues. Language. But she's a language, so what I call her feminine. Maybe one of you elders will tell me. The point of saying such as this right here. It's ridiculous. The spirit of deep sleep has to be poured out upon you, Yasharallah. Let's go to some of this real quick, and let's just see real quick. Let's just try something. All right. Here's the problem. Propaganda and psyops have you Negroes blind. It's Yahweh. We'll see.
This comprehensive.
Let me ask you all a question. Do you all think that that's military drones right now? If you think that's military drones and you think that those are one-man armed weapons, if those are military drones, guess what President-elect Donald Trump said? Give a man his respect. Guess what President-elect Donald Trump said? He says they're not. If they were from the enemy, we would shoot them down. Right? He said, I don't know why I don't know why they don't want to tell you. He said he did. Guess what President Donald-elect Trump said? President-elect Donald Trump. Guess what he said? He never said, we know what they are. So if anybody sees my brother Bryant B, salute. I got to make sure I hit you up on this. President Donald Trump-elect never said that we know what they are. He said the government knows what's going on. He says they know where they're coming from. He says if they were in a garage, we could go there. In other words, these chariots, the government knows where they're coming from, such as in the waters. We're going to look at that. Also, they know what's going on, such as it's already been prophesied. If this looks like drones to you, if you think this is the work of the nations, then that's your opinion. This is my opinion. Not only have we read this for many years, we've also been waiting for this. The scripture says this is the patience of the saints. Now, you got two different things going on here from what I see. You have what they're calling spheres and orbs, plasma balls, plasma lights, whatever they're calling them. And then you have actual manned drones. Well, we're not unfamiliar with that. We're not unfamiliar with the differences in them. The point is that people are not making a specific and designated difference, and they're just putting them all in the same bundle. See, that's a problem because now you're teaching people incorrectly. Right now,
enforcement officials and representatives across many of these different communities are talking about. Here in New York, Governor Kathy Hochul also telling us that the state is receiving some additional resources, not being as transparent as they would like. And
I want to take a step back and we'll let them keep talking. The problem is that these videos are the light ones. This is all you're seeing. What I would like to do later on is myself, Zephaniah Big Judah, and anybody else that would like to send videos in that are not what we call the light videos. We want to show you all what's happening in not only New Mexico, not only Jamaica, not only in the UK, not only in Russia, China. Now, if you can think of a place, Kazakhstan, everywhere. It's everywhere. I want you to send the videos to me, because I'm not going to be showing people little robot buzz. I'll give you a few options. Either AI all of a sudden got so advanced that it took off on the people who so-called made it, the white man. And they're finally going to get their Terminator judgment day. That's one option. Maybe the robots was like, you know what? We're tired of this. Maybe the robots all of a sudden just robots in China quit their job. All right. Hypothetically, let's see what's going on. Maybe what happened was a drone in China went up to a other bunch of drones. And these are all cleaning drones. And maybe this one drone convinced every other drone to quit their job and go home at night. Maybe that really happened. Well, it did. Maybe drones and robots, AI, artificial intelligence, it's finally Terminator 3 Judgment Day. That's an option because this really happened. You can barely get Negroes to walk off their jobs. You barely can get, I'm gonna say it again, Negroes to walk off. You want to see that video again? Let's watch the video again. You barely can get Negroes to walk off their jobs. And in China, one sweeper bot, see a little R2D2, this ain't made up, convinced the other ones, let's quit our jobs. And they all walked out. See, maybe AI is advancing so fast that I am I'm a super zealous super brew. I'm a super brew. I'm a Hebrew Christianite. I believe in white Jesus, and I believe that the white people should be saved. And I believe that, you know, I just believe everything that, you know, everything. You know what I'm saying? I do not believe that Christ is white, but I believe that all men, all nationalities. Let me make this clear. Let me speak of myself. If you've ever Googled Black Hebrew Israelite, I did not pop up. I am not a Black Hebrew Israelite. Anya Yashala, Bunny Yashala. All right, it's my nationality. So with that being said, the Most High is called Yeladim of Yashala to come back to the law, such commandments and judgments that our nationality broke. And in the process of, he wants the entire creation to worship him. He chose the Yeladim of Yashala to be his laws excuse me, to be his a nation of kings and priests, to administer his laws, statutes, and commandments, and all other creation, nationalities, and subordinates up under that fall up under the government of Christ. The scripture says the government will rest on Christ's shoulders. And I do believe that started with a group of men who believed that they personally, I myself, just like you all that's watching right now, will be a part of a great wake up, where that wake up is now. If not, then we will stay in the bed forever. If right now Yahushua, didn't put things in order or in motion, the majority of Negroes, including myself, would still be in bed. We wouldn't be tripping, because now it's the same feeling as whenever you see daddies coming home. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing when your Amba and your Amma is at work, and then they come home early from work, and while they're coming home early from work, all of a sudden you see the lights, the headlights in the car in the driveway. That's it. That's what it is. We see the headlights in the driveway. So with that being said, that's a real thing. If you can relate it back to your childhood, then you can relate it back to, what we currently see right now. And what we're going to see right now is, I'm going to show y'all a clip real quick. This guy right here, he's been doing great updates. Now, these are the type of videos that I actually like to bring to the forefront. I like to see. You know why? Because if you keep watching the news, you're going to keep seeing drones. This is a problem. I don't know if everybody can see this. All right. I'm pretty sure you can. Let me get the link, because I like to share information. All right. I like to share information. So here's the link. If anybody wants it, booyah. All right. Kwame Asharali, Yabrakam Yabashimashagashai. There's the link to this young man's video. All right. He talks like an effeminate, but do I care? Absolutely not. Let's see this real quick. Here's the problem.
Drone UAP situation where drones and UFOs are being seen everywhere. And
does that look like a business to you? Stop it. Does that look like that to you? Now, the reality of it is everybody that's watching this knows what it is. Y'all know these ain't toys. Y'all know what it is. And I'm so grateful that we all have the opportunity to say it. I've been telling people all day, hey, Jesus coming back. Oh, yeah, that's Yahushua. Oh, yeah, my king is coming back. I've been telling my ribs, I think your king is coming. I think your king is coming. I'm only temporary. Man, wait a minute. I might be getting ready to get off the clock. Oh, man. I love my job. But I'll be grateful to hand my family over to their king. I hope to hear, well done, thou good and faithful servant. I hope that I don't hear, away from me, I never knew you, you worker of iniquity. For many shall come saying, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy, cast out demons in thy name? So I look forward to Ratazwan Yahweh doing the nay-nay. What me? And what me nay-nay? Holding a palm with a white garment on, right next to Joshua, Isaac, and Tazadak, and everybody else. And everyone. Watch me, nay-nay. These don't look like drones to me. I mean, excuse me, drones.
This coming at the height of the UFO drone UAP situation where drones and UFOs are being seen everywhere. And what's wild is that he actually posted 2 videos, with the first one looking more like the traditional drone UAP we've been seeing recently. Check it out.
All right. Now, these videos, they kind of, the ones that's like this, I don't put it past them, but I always look for something deeper, because now we really got to be circumspect. Flight patterns.
Now, that one was posted to the Joe Rogan Companion Instagram page, where he says a close friend of.
So what I want to look for when I see a video like that is I look for patterns. Does it move like what I've always seen an airplane move like? We're familiar with the blinking lights, but we cannot think that only America has blinking lights. America has certain patterns all air flights systems have certain patterns of blinking lights. These are not normal at all. So when you see something and you're like, oh, that's just, nah, take a second look. Look for details, all right? What's the velocity? Is it moving slower? Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it pausing? You stand still, find you a visual moment.
No, it ain't.
No, it's not.
Oh, there's no clouds.
Shh, quiet.
That's
Look
a
at it.
UFO,
Look at it
dude.
on the camera. It's like a dome.
That's a UFO.
Quiet.
What the fuck? Like literally,
Look
dude,
at that
that's
thing.
weird in the sky right there.
So when you get those responses like that, them dudes ain't playing. You mean y'all don't think that these people know the difference between the what happened, Jed? My battery ran down. Well, you ain't charging. I tried to charge it, but I thought that you had whatever. I can't even do it right now. These men know the difference. We know the difference. Stop telling me they're drones, because I'm going to take you to the etymology of the word drone. Let's do it real quick. Let's play around and let me show you how you all been programmed. Just that easy. D-R-O-N-E, right? Now watch this. Let's play around. Drone. Middle English, drone. Male honeybee. Male honeybee. You thought a drone. I'm not talking to you, sister. I love you, sister. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you, brothers that been trying to be the ones who are the scary scouts. I'm afraid too. Listen, I'm terrified, y'all. I'm terrified. But remember, my shot, he sent out 12 scouts. Only 2 of them came back with good reports. And you got all these Johnny come lately Hebrews who just now jumping on this bandwagon when we've been telling them that it's been cracking off since the beginning of time. But at the same time, it was a large influx throughout the Feast of Tabernacles. So you know, when Yashar was doing it, don't. So now these Johnny come lately brews come and they like, oh yeah, well, we see this and we see that. And it's like, well, y'all got to look a little bit more, because the government is going to do what's called psyops. They're going to do psychological warfare, and they're going to do it through programming. They're going to do it by repeating words. They're going to do it by putting up images. They're going to do it by clickbait. They're going to do it by not answering questions. They're going to do it by shuffling you in the deal. They're going to do it by every way, but just telling you the truth. And I'm so grateful that Yahweh showed us how to watch for things. So watch for the psyops. Okay, it's already happening right now. In your city coming up soon, you may start to have blue street lights. Just hear me out. Coming soon in your city, look out and see if you have violet or if you have blue street lights. All right, that's a part of this. Back to this drone. If anybody says, oh, that's a drone, that's a honeybee worker. That's a male honeybee. You know the problem with one male honeybee? One male honeybee ain't alone. It's just out doing its job by itself. And that's the issue. So they can call these things drones all they want. All they're doing is saying that it's something else, but we're not going to tell you what it's called. We're not going to say that these are called nimbuses, that these are called chariots, these are called, they went, listen, everybody. The government went from calling them UFOs to APs to UAPs to, it just kept changing. Proverb and byword. Don't it sound like you Negroes? They kept changing your name too instead of just calling you what you are, Yashar Allah. So now the term is drones. Don't that show you how wonderful they lie? Don't that show you how wonderful covering up conversation instead of just being like, that's what Christ said, let your yea be yea and nay be nay. Anything that comes more, that is evil. Anything that's more, that cometh of evil. When you look at what the word drone means, all right, male honeybee of Old English, drain, all right, Proto-Dramatic, drain, also Middle Dutch, drain, of High German, Trano-Dramatic, drone, which is from Middle Low German, drone, all right, probably imitative, compare Latin, Lithuanian, tiny, Greek, throx, a drone, all right. Give a figurative sense of idler, lazy, or a worker. Male bees make no honey, meaning pointless aircraft directed by a remote control from 1946. So what is the original phrase of a drone? It's one vessel being sent out from an entire colony. One. So if you have one chariot, and that one chariot is big as the entire building in New York, that one chariot is a drone of a larger vessel. That's why they was talking about so-called motherships. And it's ridiculous because the information is right here. And all we got, you mean to tell me all we got to do is change a few words? That's it? And you all going to forget all the scriptures? You going to forget everything you learned? I'm waiting to hear from my elders. The Air Force should be the first one speaking up right now. And it's ridiculous that the Air Force is not speaking up right now, because what it shows is that they hold a secrecy to the government, to their allegiance, to their vow that they made, more than they hold an allegiance to the Bible. What are you Negroes being silent for? Who had you silent? I know I'm quiet. I know I was quiet. Who told y'all to be quiet? You waiting for orders? American Air Force, Space Force. All right. United States Air Force, Space Force. No, thank you. Oh, you know what? Because it didn't get bases sped. All right, let's get that right there. Uh-oh. SP. They say you got glasses. Why you ain't wearing them? The mugs is heavy. Them glasses is heavy than the mug, man. I put them glasses on for like 20 minutes. My neck was hurting. I was like, what's going on with the back of my neck? And I was like, oh, these heavy glasses I got on. I need somebody to help me hold them glasses. I need a reader. That's actually what I need. I need a reader to help me hold them glasses up. It's ridiculous. I can't even do like a little chain or nothing. That makes no sense. All right, so check this out. All right, Space Force Special Duty Assignment Application. 5 years recruiting our nation's best interest, Space Force 101. All right. If you all would like to be involved in the Space Force, here you go. What they're doing right now is, which is actually going to be so cool, and I want to encourage all of you to do what you feel is best. All right. I want you all to come here and let's minimize this page real quick, and I want you to learn about the greatness of what you got coming up. All right, Space Threats, Episode 3, Direct Energy Weapons. Oh, wow. Look at the truck with the laser beam on top. Oh, man, I'm definitely going to go join the Space Force. The problem with this is that this all correlates with the Bible, all right? Isaiah chapter 43, KJV, Blue Letter Bible. One more, and then I'll be done. All right. 2nd Ezra chapter 13, KJV, Blue Letter Bible. All right, so let's start here first. Isaiah chapter 43. No, so let's do 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra chapter 13, KJV. Now, the problem is, and I said this on a video that we did prior, and I believe that video actually has some audio issues. So since it had some audio issues, that video was taken down. All right, and I know why it had audio issues. It had audio issues because is that a drone? Y'all gotta be out of y'all gravity, man. Y'all gotta be out of y'all gravity. I don't get it. I don't get it. And the video was taken down because it had some very harsh words in it. All right. And the harsh words, it had to do with racial hatred. All right. So I want to share that video again, just from a different perspective. Okay. And the reason being is because when you look at this, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to tell. When you look at this, our elders before us actually knew this information. Okay. So there's no need for Yashaliam to be hiding in the corners. There's no need for Israelites to be quiet. Okay. If you believe in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and if you know that the Bible is real, this might be a really good time for you all to start talking about it, to start looking at it, to start considering it. Okay. And if you're being lackadaisical on it, you might want to pick up your cross for real, for real. All right. So I'm looking at this right here, drones over Southern California beaches, which is really interesting because California has become another hotspot for these chariots. Okay. California's become another hotspot. All right, so let's get to this real quick. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, chapter 13. Now these chariots are coming out of the water. So-called drones don't have the ability. They don't have the battery life. This little thing does not have the battery life to stay on forever. So drones don't have the battery life to stay up there for half of a day and leave at sunrise. That don't make sense unless you go to the scriptures. And then you see that the Most High called that the angels came back to the Most High at the ending of the day and at the beginning of the day when the sun went down, when the sun came up, to give a report of everything that we did. You can also read that in the book of the Apocalypse of Peter. All right, you see that in the book of Job, and you see in the Apocalypse of Peter, Apocalypse of Paul. The Apocalypse of Paul. So in these two books, these are two specific references that I know. So these chariots leaving at certain time frames, and the people, government, not being able to trace them back to where they go, but they're just saying they're coming from the water, but we can't go back to where they're going in the water. There's something to take into consideration. So we looked at this the other day. I'm going to be brief because I got to get some rest also. Just got to speak on it. This is 2 Ezra chapter 13. If you heard this before, please hear it again. This is talking about the coming of Christ and how the military is going to try to fight against his chariots. That's exactly what they're talking about right now. These heathens is talking about we're getting gathering information weapons. I ain't never heard we're getting gathering information weapons. Yeah, what's that? It's called the drone buster. It's the drone buster? Ooh, what's the drone buster do? It helps us to figure out where they are. Oh, and then after we think we figure out where they are, then what do? From there, where our technology will advance, and you're going to be a member of the United States Air Force, Space Force, Force of the Space, and you're going to do a good job, soldier. Yes, sir. All right. So we don't know what the weapon does? No. So now there's information that's been given on the Department of Defense's speech. And like I said, I've listened to it about 5 times. I'm probably going to keep listening to it throughout the day till I get another update. It's just beautiful how the Department of Defense and the upcoming office that will be working with President-elect Donald Trump, because he said, if you have any more questions, address your questions that way. All right. So they're being very sincere and saying, we don't want no smoke with these drones, chariots, these non-nefarious, these non-unholy, these holy items. Because remember, everybody, that's what President called them. Remember? He said that they're not nefarious. And everybody remember the definition of nefarious, right? Like, this is drone. All right. Everybody remember the definition of nefarious. All right. Uh-oh. Got something in my eye. There we go. So you got to know how to listen very well. Remember, everybody, nefarious means wicked in the extreme, from Latin nefarious, which means wicked, abominable, impious. Well, Yahweh, God, is the pious. He's pious. Yahweh Shai was pious. Piety comes from us. So why is the military using Catholic Church terms? Does that even make sense? We don't think that. Wrong ear. We don't think. Okay, don't say it out loud. Let go of my finger. Oh, sorry. We don't think they're nefarious. We know that they're not nefarious. So all he's saying is that what is here is holy. See, you got to know how to use synonyms. You got to know how to say the words that are also the opposite. What is synonymous? What is the opposite? What is the etymology? What is the definition? That's easy, right? Periods, commas, question marks, right? So President Biden said these things are holy because he said they're not nefarious. What's the opposite of nefarious? President Biden said that they're not wicked. All right. What else did President Biden say about the chariots? He says they're not crime. He said they're not wrong. They're not impiety. They're not from ne, or not from pi, root, ne, not, fas, right, lawful, divinely spoken. Come on, man. I mean, it was right there. He said that they're not blasphemous. He said that these things are not defamed. Hold on, let's go down a little bit more. I want to play around with this. This is fun to me. Brother tried to mock me or ridicule me because I like to look up words. I said, Negro, what? I ain't even comment. I didn't even say nothing. I started thinking, I was like, you know what? Maybe him can be friends later, man. I just ain't saying that. All right. Let me see. Let's try this real quick. And this is my brain thinking. All right. Be patient with me. What's the opposite of nefarious?
Here are some antonyms for nefarious: good, admirable.
President Biden with his old self. In case y'all don't know, President Biden just gave glory. President Biden, he said these things are, man, you know what? I'm done. You know what? I'm done. So, Kwame Asharali, Yabrakami Abashimashagausha. I appreciate everybody that's commenting on here. Unfortunately, when you comment, I see the comments when I go to the YouTube, the Facebook, but I can't see them whenever I'm doing the videos because it's just what's happening right now, right here. All right, I need to get some rest. I want to leave you all with something. All right, let's see if we can get any little else thing. Let's come to this page. This page right here, if you would like to have it, it is called Earth Cam. All right, I'm going to cut this page real quick. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to paste this so you'll be able to see it. I appreciate your comments, Dewada. All right. All right. Psalms 91. Shalom, Psalms 91. I'm going to check out your comments. I went and got glasses, and I still don't got them on, man. You know what happened? I put glasses on, and then I realized how far apart my eyes was. I was like, it's ridiculous. I took the glasses back off. I was like, cross-eyed will do. That's fine. Cross-eyed will do. All right. He said, never donate blood to the Red Cross. Okay. All right. So I haven't seen that one yet, but hey, man, I don't believe that we should donate blood either. Man. You know, I haven't seen it because the Most High told us that first of all in Genesis chapter 1 verse 29, he said the life is in the blood, man. So an offense that we did that the Most High said that he allowed me to the children of Israel. One of our offenses was that blood was touching blood. All right. So you know. I don't believe that that's something. So even if you so save, you save a life. I don't want anyone else's blood to be put inside of me. I don't want a blood transfusion. I don't want to take my blood and put it inside of nobody. All right. So anyway, so yeah, I don't know if that's where you was going with that, but you know, that's my personal stance, respectfully. So yeah, so there's the link if anybody would like to see it. All right, here it goes right here, and where that link will take you is that link will take you to. This is called Earth Share. All right, and from Earth Cam, from the Earth Cam website. Now this is the YouTube, but you can actually go to the website. So from the website, you can watch videos that are from all around the world, and those videos will actually take you to.
About a ceasefire.
Excuse me. Those videos will actually. I apologize. Those videos will actually take you to links to videos around the world to where you'll be able to watch for the chariots, watch for the sky yourself. But, you know, hopefully you're not somebody that just likes to watch. If you are, then there you have it. All right, so Yabrakami Abashim Shah, Most I bless y'all. Keep make his face to shine upon you. Don't get bored. Don't get down. Listen, it's only I'm gonna play the Department of Defense video to where I don't know what ranking this military elder was, but he was like, these aren't gonna slow down. So everybody just get ready. And that's a problem because you know, you have our people, you know, friends, families, you have our communities that's right here, is right in front of them. And they're saying, no, it's not this. Everybody making up their own thing. And the people that, if you are in the military and you tell me that these are drones, then you should not be in the military. I'm going to call your supervisor. You need to be fired because guess what? The military said they're not ours. The military said these things are holy. President Putin, he said, don't go to the West. President Putin told everybody, he said, don't go to the West. He said, don't go to the West. He said, listen, if you're planning on visiting and if you're from my country, don't go to America. Whatever's about to happen there is going to be bad. So this is a real thing. All right. They're going nowhere. This is, oh, Oh yeah. It's gonna intensify till Abba comes. Yeah, 1200. So let's get this one more video real quick, and I gotta get some sleep because I'm super cross-eyed right now. I'm like tired. So New Jersey. Check this out. All right. So these are some of the issues that we're having. These are not common. Whatever the Most High is doing, we got to give glory to him, because the reality of it is it's scary. And if you acting like you ain't scared, you a weirdo. I'm scared of you if you're not scared of what's going on right now. I have a problem with you if you don't have a problem with what's going on, you just okay with it. I got a problem with you. I don't want to be around you because you're dangerous. That's the reality. All right. So I'm gonna end it off with that. We'll come back to it. There was one other thing I want to read, and so let's get this real quick. This was talking about Yahushua Christ coming. It says he's gonna come from the seas, from the oceans, from the waters. Now we were taught that it was gonna be this fluffy-haired, hillbilly, handsome dude. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna have like his chest out. He's gonna have like olive oil, baby oil all on him, because olive oil is good for us. He's gonna have baby oil all on him. He's gonna be handing out Skittles and rainbows. He gonna pull a little puppy out his coat. He gonna be like, and everybody gonna be like, Jesus, love the little change. And it's gonna be like, he gonna be riding on a unicorn. He gonna be like, I'm back. It ain't gonna be nothing like that. That's not what the scripture says. The scripture says, woe to them who look for the day of the coming of the Lord. What is the day of the coming of the Lord? The day of the coming of the Lord is darkness. The day of the coming of the Lord is judgment. The day of the coming of Christ is going to be the worst day on human history. But you know what the New Testament says? The New Testament says while he's coming, people still going to be partying. They're still going to be dancing. They say they'll be giving in marriage. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, I always wanted to be with you. And she's going to be like, I always wanted to leave my husband for you. Scripture says that's what people are going to be doing when Christ comes back. Why? Because that's what people were doing when Noah told people it's going to rain. It's going to be a flood. The Most High is going to flood the earth. They were still kicking it. They ain't taking into consideration. Now, I'm off. I'm off. I know I'm off. I just hope that somebody that's not as off as me can get on track so they don't miss the chariots. You feel me? So even if this ain't the final ride, maybe, whoopty-whoopty, 20,000 years later, but oh yeah, remember that one brother? He ha ha ha. Guess what? That brother was off. He ha 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 ha. Well, guess what? Year 21, year 22, when it actually happens, at least, hey, look, at least I still told you to do right. The reality of it is we got something going on right now that biblically prophesied. So to not speak about it, you got to be insane. You got to be out of your mind. You show me how fake you are by not talking about it. You show me how scary and how much of a coward you are by not talking about it. Or maybe it's just not that important to you because you're getting to watch your next series of Woo on Netflix or whatever. Y'all are weird to me. It's chariots in the sky around the world coming out of the water, and it's nothing. It's everything. It's biblical prophecy. And it came to pass after 7 days, I had dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that had moved all the waves thereof. Here are a few elements. Listen, it was a dream, so we know he was asleep, so it was a vision. Lo, there arose a wind from the what? A wind from the sea. Now listen, we do read this in Hebrew. We can read it in Greek, and we can read it in Latin through the power of Yahweh, and we can give the proper interpretation. The point is this right here. Right here, it don't say Christ is coming back from the heavens in the clouds, riding on a rainbow. It says he's coming from the sea. Where are these chariots coming from? They're coming from the sea. And one of my brothers, Mr. Mr. Kadar, all right, Mr. Handsome Dark, Brother Keith, he said something to me. He said the water's like the real outer space. You can't even go down there. And he said some other stuff. It was powerful. And you can't. You only go so deep until your pressure, boom, your body. These are whole, full moving orbs and vessels of shapes that our eyes can't even process because our minds aren't used to seeing them. The only reason you know that this is a shape or these are fingers is because you're used to seeing them. Our brains aren't even processing what we're seeing, and y'all acting like it's normal. Y'all weird to me. So forgive me if I go off in a tangent by myself. I apologize. What's going on isn't normal. You're not going to warn your children. You're not going to warn your coworkers. You're not going to warn your friends, your families, your mommy. You ain't going to tell nobody. But you see it? So let's see what happened. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. So we know in Hebrew context, this would not be talking about the clouds. So what's going to happen? And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look. Let me help you out with this real quick. I won't take very long. In case you don't know what the word countenance means, it's okay. This is what the word countenance means. The countenance means your face. Your countenance means your disposition. Your countenance means your mean mug. Your countenance is your whole description of your your head. The definition of countenance. That's just image form. Countenance, a person's face or facial expression. Here we go. Countenance, a person's face or facial expression. Let's get a little bit more detail on that, because I want y'all to see how important this is. Because the scripture says, wherever that man who waxed strong, who came out of the waters, wherever he turned his countenance, his face to look, that should be scary to you. That should be. This is in the Bible. And these chariots are coming out of the water. And the elders are officially silent. I'm demanding answers from Mashraya Sha'ala. I'm demanding answers. The government gave answers. The word countenance means appearance, especially the look or the expression of a face. All right? The face, the visage, the visage. So that's the definition of what that is, okay? So now let's go back to the scripture. I want y'all to see this, okay? And I beheld, and lo, that man that came from where? From the sea. Where are these chariots coming from? From the sea, from the ocean. That man that came from the sea. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. So now, remember I said we have a couple elements in here, everybody? We have the winds blew the sea, and the waves moved. When the waves moved, I could see a man wax strong with the thousands of heaven. What? Where are these drones? Where are these chariots? These drones are in the heavens. So they come from out of the sea. This is all in the Bible. They're in the heavens, and they apparently have a king over them. Let's see what this king does. Who do y'all think this man is? Verse 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. Over 66,000 3 days ago, if not 2 days ago, over 66,000 was the last report that I heard right here just over America. Y'all playing. Y'all playing. We don't even know if the internet, if the power is going to cut out instantly. We don't know if America's going to be left in darkness. And then what you're going to do, you're going to be like, you're going to pick up your phone. You're going to be like, I'm going to call AEP. And then it's going to be like, This is a government message. Then what? Or everything's just going to go back to normal Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then we're not going to see anything else in the sky anymore. And everybody's going to be like, hey, you remember that one time back in 2024? Oh, yeah, that was a big scare. God, I'm glad that all just went away. Y'all are delusional. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. So if he came from the sea, he goes up in the air, he's looking down, everybody will see Christ's face. remember, the scripture says every knee will bow and every tongue will confess. Watch this. You thought that bow just meant we're going to bow? No, we're going to get knee buckling shook. We're going to faint. We're going to get weak. And then everybody's going to be like, God is back. Yahushua is back. A lot of people are going to be saying Isa. A lot of people are going to be saying Jesus. Yahushua, Yahushua. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of the number of the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, Salakleah, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held his sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and the smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. This is the reading of Yahushua's coming, who the world ignorantly and sometimes accidentally calls Jesus Christ. If you think that this is serious enough for you to give your life back to the Lord, to stop sinning right now, the biblical definition of sin is whenever you're breaking God's laws, statutes, and commandments. So if you have pork right now and you know you're not supposed to be eating it, if you know that you got yourself lined up to go do some dirt later, choose not to do that dirt. Just give it some time. It might be better to take your hands off of that issue that you had. If you had a vexation in your heart with a family member or a friend, it'd be good to try to seek, ask for apology. If they forgive you, they do. If they don't, they don't. It don't mean that, you know what I'm saying? You know, all situations are different. All right. So if you can, try to mend your ways before you Yahushua and everything happens. Because when it do. When it happens, it's gonna happen. And we don't know when. So that's my message for tonight. You know what I'm saying? Repent, come back to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Believe in his only begotten son, Yahushua HaMashiach. Believe in what you're seeing. Believe in what you're seeing. Project Blue. Y'all think this Project Bluebeam? Are you serious? You serious? You think this Project Bluebeam? Okay. You think it's Star Wars? You think it's the Star Wars project that Ronald Reagan started? Your insider information that you ain't gonna tell nobody. That is so whack. Freely receive, freely shall give. The scripture says, cry aloud, spare not. Lift up their voice, that was wrong. Yeah. And you have people that are harboring information for the sake of being afraid to be wrong. But what if you right? What if you right? I ain't afraid to be wrong for the sake. I'd rather be like, hey, everybody, it's about to be a drive-by. And I jump in front of you, and we fall, and everybody and I'm like, I got you. It's all right. And they be like, hey, it wasn't a drive-by. That was just Loopy. Yeah, he was doing his Amazon. He just drive like that, man. It's all right, blood. Everybody all right, though? See, I'd rather get caught with it than get caught without it. And actually just be standing there and be like, with my hands in my pocket, be like, ah, yeah, man, that's just, man, I ain't nobody. That's just, and get hemmed up. It's better. Listen, wives, return to your husbands. Parents, return to your children. Children, return to your parents. If you can, go back to your father's houses. If you have a husband, go back to your father's house. All right. If you don't want to go back to your husband, give the children to the fathers. Go through this thing alone. All right. You won't be alone. You won't be alone. The reality of it is we don't know what's coming up next. And I'd rather warn the people according to Ezekiel chapter 33 than not say nothing. Verse 12. Afterwards saw that I came. Excuse me. Verse 12. We're in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 12. Afterwards saw I the same man come down from the mountain and call unto him another peaceable multitude. And there came much people unto him. Wherefore some were glad, some were sorry, and some of them were bound, and some of them brought of them that were offered. Then was I sick through great fear, and I awaked and said, Thou hast shown thy servant these wonders from the beginning, and hast counted me worthy that thou shouldest receive my prayer. So this man jumped up out of this terrifying nightmare, praising the Most High, saying, Most High, you showed me the end of the world. Show me now yet the interpretation of this dream. Verse 16, for as I conceive in my understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind. For they that are not left were in heaviness. Now understand I the things that are laid up in the latter days, which shall happen unto them and to those that are left behind. Therefore are they come into great perils and many necessities, like as the dreams declare. Yes, it is easier for him that is in danger to come into these things than to pass away as a cloud out of the world, and not to see the things that happen in the to see the things that happen in the what? In the last days. And he answered and said unto me and said, the interpretation of the vision shall I show thee, and I will open unto thee the thing that thou hast required. So when you start at verse 22, I'm going to leave it up to you. We're in 2nd Ezra chapter 13. It's not very much. I'm going to leave you with a cliffhanger, but it's very much. I'm going to leave you with a cliffhanger. It's the interpretation. I started off reading it, 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 1 to verse 21. If you want to get the rest of the interpretation, all you got to do is go to YouTube, put in 2nd Ezra chapter 13, and play it and let it listen and read it. Let it. Don't be bad tonight. Just try to go one night, because we don't know if we're going to have the morning to wake up. Yeah, but I come here by so much. I truly enjoy myself. Thought I for allowing me to be with y'all. All right. I got to get some rest, man. My eyes is beyond cross-eyed. What do you say? Hold on, wait. What do you say? Desensitized. 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 That's an excellent word to use. Desensitized. I pray everybody have a baruch Yawam, have a blessed night. All right, Laila Tuah. All right, keep your eyes on the Bible and your heart on the Most High.